and then adjust. Oh, I forgot to turn on the stupid concentrator again. If I didn't know what I was doing, I'd be dangerous. I mean, if I knew what I was doing, I'd be dangerous. There we go. But neither here nor there. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whenever you're watching this. It's good to see you out there. Hope to see a few names that I've seen before, and maybe even a few that have never been here but want to see what's going on. So tonight I'm just starting. I'm sort of a little in the mud, not figuring out what I want to do, believe it or not. I guess I could make a lizard to start out with and go from there, huh? Or something. Let's see what we got. Oop. First of all, let's change out this. That one's the minimal, the smallest pull factor that I have, and this one is a number 3, which I use most of the time, and it gets the job done. Oops, let's not leave that out where I get it lost. Let's put that away. There. Done and done. Good evening. Glad to see somebody showed up. Let's see if we can light this puppy and go from there. Oh yeah. There we go. That's the number 3 tip. I guess I could, that's what I'll do first, is just to get something going. I'll do this dichro strip, do a piece of dichro there. Put the sunny side, the film side up. Believe it or not, it's getting a little bit chill out here. Not a cold chill, but in the lower 60s here in North Carolina. So that means it's getting over summer. That means summer's over, because there's going to be a couple of more warm days. I know that. That's for sure. Right now I'm pressing this out so that it goes to the size of that thing. And then I'll press it into that piece. That's what I do with the dichro. First stages of it, anyway. Oh yeah, that's just about right, so that'll work. That will work. No. And press the digitation. Now I heat it up again on the bottom. Press it in there a little bit more. That's the way that works. Film side up when I did that and pressed it in. Now what I usually do is go ahead and layer a color coat, and my color coat mostly of choice is like turbo cobalt or dark blue, because blue goes with just about everything and it makes it look party once it's all said and done, if that ain't the truth. Well, it helps if you like the color blue, and I like the color blue. And I got enough dark blue to deal with. Now, that comes a little later. Good to see a couple of people watching. I'm taking a piece of dichro and I pressed it into the bottom of this piece of glass here, and then added color to the bottom of it. I'm just bringing the rim of the clear to the sides of the color, so when I stretch it out, and I'll stretch it out and it'll look sort of similar to this, which is sort of like a sparkly glittery strip, and I can make those into like turtles and frogs and just about anything, even dolphins. Matter of fact, that's what I'll do with this one, or some of this one anyway. Okay. If you have a question, put it into the comments and I'll try to answer them. I know I'm not been the one that do continuous shows every day. In some ways, it's just the way I am lately. But I'm trying. I'm actually trying to get out here every day and try to work a little bit. Hey, Robert. Good to see you. Well, good to see your name anyway. I see that I can't see you. I'm blind. No. Okay, now what I'm doing is, as you can see, it's got some really nice sparkle to it. You're blowing ornaments. That's cool. Just some round ones or anything in particular? I can make a lot, just about anything I do on icicles into ornaments and stuff like that. Matter of fact, it is getting that time. Just the round bubble ones. Okay, cool. And now we're going to stretch this. It's finally getting to the point where I can do that. Baseball size. Sweet. Oh yeah, that's doing real well. The type of torch I'm using is a National hand torch, and I've got an interesting base for it. It's made out of a suction cup vice grip type thing that I put on it. It works out real well. I got two of them, one for the National, and I also used one for my Carlisle as well, because I lost the base. The base broke on my Carlisle. So instead of paying $200 just for a base for a Carlisle, I decided to go ahead and spend 20 bucks and get this type of suction cup base, and it does work real well, and it keeps it tight to the page, I guess. Tight to the never mind, tight to the table. Trying to think. Yeah, let's make a dichro dolphin. Why not? Okay, we're going to use the one I just made. I did a cold weld to that so that I could get a hold of it again. And we got to get that, keep going. saw a video today about how they make like ornaments out of the ridge tubing stuff, which was pretty cool if you ask me. This isn't going to be a very big one. Ah, my cold weld came off. There we go. That's going to be the basic curvature of the dolphin. And if I can't get my stupid there we go. Now we're going to pull it off here. Put that down. I'm going to probably use this yellow. No, let's just use blue, or the turbo cobalt stuff blue. Make it black. There we go. Put that down and use that later. Looking pretty good. Yeah, here it is. Here we go. Main dorsal fin. Excuse me. Lunch. Even this weight, yeah. Front flipper, and I'm going to do another one going side by side to give it more depth. There we go. Yeah, it's looking halfway decent if you ask me. If you have a request after I do this dolphin, put it in the comments and I'll see about doing something. I got to do a loop. There we go. Loop, a pail, whatever. Hey Sam. Got 3 people watching at the moment. I think it was up to 5, which is good. Which is good. But that's okay. People have to come in and go out. Just the way it works. Now, another punte. There we go. And now the tail. Now on the tail, I'm going to do it sideways instead of, well, sort of sideways. So that it sits a little flatter. And one side's going to be a little bit longer and bigger than the other to give it some depth look to it. go. Now, all I have to do is take it off with that punty. Fire polish. And let that cool for a little while. And that turned into one pretty... Actually, it sits too. That's pretty cool. One pretty dolphin. Now, if you have a request, all you got to do is ask. In the meantime, I think I'll do a lizard with the rest of this. It's not going to be very big, but it will do the job. Second thought, I think I could make a better frog. Yeah, let's make it into a frog. That looks like a frog, right? Right. I know you're saying, what is he smoking and how come he's not sharing? Got a neighbor who's got a nice dog out there. I don't know if you can hear that or not. I can. That's okay. This might be a little bit big to do this job, but it'll do the job. Sort of narrowed it at the neck. There we are. And I'm gonna do green for the legs. The eyes and the toes are going to be blue. Itch. Hey, Jason. Okay. Turbo Cobalt. And the front toes. Just trying to get a few things done. Why not, huh? And if again somebody's got an idea they'd like to see me try to do, as long as I say, yeah, I'll try that, I'll give it a try. And no obligation, you don't have to buy it, but it wouldn't hurt. Just give me something to do. Lately I've been stick in the mud, doing a few things over and over, but what I'm doing there is basically putting a bail or loop for it. That came off at the wrong spot, but that's okay. Oh, that's not good. Lost more than I thought. Interesting. broke off in a chunk. Some of the dichro sort of reflected off. Luckily I was able to save it. Sparkly green peace sign. Problem is I don't have any sparkly green. Thanks for the idea though. I could do a little peace sign. I'm not great at them. But I have my fair share of them. Okay, where'd that green go? There it is, that green. There's that green right there. One leg. Why I do this? Fold it over. Put the toes in the back. There we go. Yeah, I could probably do a peace sign. Green. I know I've been stuck on blue, but would you mind if I made it a blue peace sign? It's been a while. It may take me a little bit to get it oriented. There we go. And we have one dichro frog. Blue is cool. Sounds like planned. I'm stuck on blue tonight, but that's better than stuck on nothing. Okay, tweezers. Come on. Of course it did. I'll get back to that. Leave that alone. But let's show you this. That's the dolphin I did just a little while ago. And that's pretty. Yeah, it still goes into the oven. Just not at the moment. I'm lazy. Where's the blue I want? Yeah, this is a nice cobalt. Let's see if it can't work. Probably do it a little smaller, but we'll see how it turns out. Peace sign, see? Also looks like a chicken foot. We'll see. Now the time to make the circle, and I got to make it a little thinner. There we are. That's close. At least for more than half of it. Gravity works. Hey, Foxy Kitty. Good to know you're out there watching. Why aren't you out having a good time on a Friday night? There we go. Now to wring it out a little. That's going to be the fun part. Making it right length for a peace sign. Who knew, right? You know, I think I'm going to make it into an oval peace sign instead of a round peace sign. That should still do the trick. Not perfect. I don't have a ring to go by that size anyway. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Not bad for guesstimations. Oops. Got unstuck in the wrong time. Ow, 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 ow. That's too much. Not bad for short notice. I'll put a bail up here. Straighten it out just a little bit. Three people still watching, that's cool. Now, put on a bail. This is a little bit bigger than what I would normally do it, I think. But it turned out really good. Come back and work on that a little later too. Now that this is cool enough, let's sort of play with it. Of course not. Beautiful. There we go. Now, again, the three things I did so far. Dolphin. Frog is still a little warm where I just touched it, and I'm going to probably drop it with my luck. And of course, the peace sign, which I just finished. I'm going to have fun playing with that a little later on. It's not perfect, but it gets the point across. Oh, here's one that I did the other day too. I wanted to show you this. This is pretty. This is a conch shell. I'll shut that off just in case I don't burn my fingers. This is a conch shell, but it's also UV reactive. It's a pink conch shell with a blue bail. I love doing those conch shells. Made some others as well for my mother to give away. She loves to give them away at times, like to a waitress or whatever. If you have one more request before I sign off, type it in and I'll see what I can do. Otherwise, I'm gonna call it quits for the moment. It's just that time of night, going on 10ish here, and I've turned into a pumpkin. Somebody has to, right? Four people watching. Come on, I got to come up with something. I haven't had this much people watching at one time in a while. A turtle, okay. That sounds like a deal. One turtle coming up. Just going to be a basic sea turtle, and I'll fume it with silver. Or a land turtle. I haven't done any land turtles in a while. So we're going to do a land turtle with Would you rather see a sea turtle or a land turtle? Now's the time to tell me. Land turtle it is, if you haven't told me in a little bit. Okay. Be that way. Sea turtle it is. No. Land turtle it is. Turtle is one of the first things I teach people in my videos and in person. The turtle is a very you learn how to do a round ball. That's one of the first things you got to learn how to do anyway. Okay. Simple. Then you do a cold weld, or a cold seal is what it is, where it will break off at that spot later on. Then I go down and I'm going to make a peanut shape. But from that peanut shape, I'm going to turn it into a derby, which will be the shell for the sea turtle. I mean the land turtle. Here's the basic peanut shape. Now I'm going to heat it up enough, almost get it to the point where they're coming together, and press out centrally. And there you go, you got a derby looking thing that will be a great shell to a land turtle. Excuse me. I make too many sea turtles. Okay. We're going to have 4 legs to this thing. A head and a tail. And you don't have to worry about the legs being even at the moment, because you heat them up at the end and squish like so. Just the bottoms. And now you got even legs all the way around. Now the neck and the tail. At this point, it could be between any one of these 4 legs. But once you decide on where you want to put the neck, you got to put the tail exactly opposite of it. So in this case, here's going to be the head. And here's the tail. Now, if you can, one of the things I like to try to do all the time is give the animal eyes. I didn't do it to the dolphin, but I did it to the frog. And you don't have, the peace sign doesn't need eyes. Okay? Now, it's not quite over yet. And there's one land turtle. I tapped it off. And now I'm going to fire polish that spot. Then I'm going to put another cold weld right here, but that's for very temporary, because it is time for, where is it? Whistle. Here it is. The silver to fume with. So here we go. Oh, come on, don't. There he goes. Ha ha ha. Silver fume. Goes from clear to nice gold yellow color. Haven't figured out why silver turns gold, but that's okay. At least it looks pretty. And not as ugly, just plain clear, but there are people who like clear, that's true. And with that, thanks for being out there, guys. And if you have some requests, put them down in the comments, and maybe in the next video or two I'll do it. Thank you for being out there, and I appreciate it. This is the most steady view of people I've had in a while, even though it's only 3. It's better than most. Again, thank you for being out there. Carpe vitro, which means seize the glass, and enjoy your day.